DBs has it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week, 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Gibbs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. You talk about this Washington defense. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
An absolute shutdown game for them. And watching the game film preparing for this one, that people tried to run it against them, nowhere to go. Tried to throw it, couldn't complete anything. An absolute dominating game.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Trying to throw again here, Hooker. And that's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Hooker going to try and throw for it. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing here, Howell. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. This 2nd and 4. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Howell. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ray. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. He's got this to Williams, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he stopped immediately there. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Hooker's going to throw it. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Second down and 4. Slot man moves right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses. And this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Goes out left. It's caught by Williams. And a loose tackle on one of the linebackers. Akers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Second down throw for Howell. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Howell ran it last time. Now he's going to throw it. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Howell going to go for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Gibbs on the toss left. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
He's got it complete to Gibbs. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Howell throwing on third down here. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play. Howell. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Howell down to throw it. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 44 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get. Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Looking to throw, Hooker. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hooker. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. He's to the 10, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick six.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A final shot before break. Hooker, he's airing it out for Williams. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting more pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Now a 2nd and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Hooker. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Taken from just outside the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Howell. That is caught. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10. Here's Hooker. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing. Hooker. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Hooker now on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Howell. Throw right side complete to Dotson. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson. 62 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. So here's a 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Hooker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
19 Lions.
They'll go for it. Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Hooker now off play action. That is caught by Laporta. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running.
Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown from 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
Extra point splits the uprights. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 41. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. All play action. Here's Hooker. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On the give, here's Gibbs. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. That pass caught, it's Williams. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamison Williams, 34 yards. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point safely through. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Back to throw, Howell. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they go play action with Howell. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 53 yards. Another throw for Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Howell ran it last time. Now he's going to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Howell, he'll look to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Ray. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Howell will throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now their defense came through with a goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house,
The ones...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get the football back as we have reached the 2-minute warning. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Faking the handoff. Howell. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And what are the whistles for a timeout? So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. So a victory here for the Commanders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.